The question for today is, was I almost becoming a statistic? Story time. This is my personal experience with an individual who claimed to work in security and government-related roles. Everything I am sharing is based on my personal interactions with him and publicly available information. I'm not accusing anyone of crimes beyond what has been reported by the media. This story is for awareness and education. Hi guys, it's good. It's what? It's good? Is what? You see me, Pookie? You know you have to go grab yourself a snack or a whole meal, water or an energy drink. Come on into a kuinama. Make sure you have people around you to hold you when you faint. This story has two main characters and other not so main characters. And the first character of the story is honorable storyteller here. The second character is a guy that goes by the name Victor Ouma. As you guys know, November was my birthday month, and you know, I was like, guys, well, it's my birthday. And December too, as in December too, ni automatic ni sherehe, like, come on, birthday boy ashaanza.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to December.
Month there was an event that was happening on the 30th, and I was really excited about that event because of the DJs, because of the theme, because of the songs they were playing. So it was about to be a very nice event. On 30th we got a B&B because I live quite far from where the event was happening. We prepared ourselves and we went to the lounge where this was happening. Got to the lounge at about 6 p.m. We're having a good time, we're enjoying the vibes, we're enjoying the music. And then at 8 p.m. a puff guy comes to me and says, there's a guy who wants your number. I'm like, okay, personally I don't tell people no when they ask for my number. Who will text you? That's the problem. Cool. So we are dancing with my other girlies. We're dancing. We're having a good time. I decided to sit down and breathe and, you know, check my phone. So I went to WhatsApp and this new number has texted. We're talking. I asked him where he's seated. He's telling me the table that is in front of you. I looked at him and the first thing that popped up in my head was this meme. You know what it means. We're texting. He tells me he was deployed in Cape Town. After a while, I'm like, you know, be an ambassador of, if a man wants to do something for you, let him. Just let him. I was holding the bill because I wanted to pay for some things that we had bought, and then I'm like, let me ask him whether he wants to pay. And then changed my mind na nikasema, I've already catered for it, it's okay. Having a good time with the girlies, you know, we're having business talks, fun talks, and I tell one of the girlies like, yo, that guy over there is interested in me na venye amekaa na 3 ladies. And then in that table wenye alikuwa amekaa, as I said, walikuwa 3 ladies. One of the ladies was looking at us badly. So in my mind nilikuwa like, are these escorts? Are these all your girlfriends? Are these your friends? Nikachil, I'm telling one of the girls, he was even inviting me to sit at their table, but mimi nikakataa juu uko we, one of the girls is looking at us badly. So I tell the girl that I was talking to, this guy is not my type. And then she says, chukula do yake, and I'm like, long as asikushike or anything like that, if he's showing you interest, let him show you that interest. So we get it. Okay, let me get to know the guy. We can actually become friends. Maybe it's not anything serious. At 10 p.m. we left the lounge. We went back to the B&B, rested. I was still talking to this guy. At some point he called me for 1 second. Akakata simu. Mimi nikaendelea na vitu zangu. At some point nikalala. Very early in the morning we had to leave the lounge because it's on a Monday. My girl is a 9 to 5 girl, so she has to go prepare, you know. Got home, I was so tired, so I had to rest because the previous week I was super busy. Na Monday ndo nilikuwa nimesema nitajipeaka off. Okay, text me, we're talking, and he tells me, you know, let me take you out, you know, maybe for a lunch or dinner date. I'm like, okay. Time jio sikuwa na plans. Deciding on a location, Mombasa Road, ama we go to, you know, Westlands or Kilimani. We settled on JW Marriott. He told me he lives close to the place. So mimi nikimaliza kujitayarisha and, you know, taking transport, I call him. Don't you want my driver to pick you up? I'm like, no, I'll just come with the Uber and then I'll call you when I get there. Fika, nimelipa Uber. When I got there, obviously hakuwa amefika, so I'm seated there waiting for him, and I decide, you know, let me take some pictures. I'm posing like, Fika, I had already ordered my drink and a meal because I was telling myself, this guy akichelewa sana, I'll just clear the bill and go home. Yes, when he got there, the employees were greeting him. Unajua ile salamu yenye you hold your hand so that you can greet someone. Like that greeting you usually use when you're greeting the elderly. Ama mdosi boss. You get it? Sasa mkubwa, unaendeleaje? Uko sawa? Sawa, pia sisi tuko salama sana. In my head, I'm looking at myself like, who is this man? Not getting those thoughts for Mungu umeamua nipumzishe mwaka ikiisha. Like umeniambia next year, girl, you will be saving a lot of money, okay? And if he's not my type, si sura tunaweza tumia yangu ama. Back a little. When he arrived, my phone ilikuwa like at 5% and it was almost going off, and I did not want it to go off because I did not have a power bank at that time. So I tell this waiter, could you please charge my phone for me? He tells me another charger that is being used, so you have to wait for about 20 minutes. I'm like, okay. It's Zikaisha. Victor helps me to call this waiter again, and then namwambia, charge her phone. Just charge her phone. The thing about Victor is he's very polite. Very polite. Victor asks me, venye aliona simu yangu, which phone do you use? I tell him I'm using an iPhone 11. He's like, How is my girlfriend using an iPhone 11? How are you using an iPhone 11? No, you can't be my girlfriend and you're using an iPhone 11. Nashika simu yangu naangalia kwani nauliza kwani ni kabaya yako? About me is I love my phone. I love everything about me, and I'm usually so attached to my things because nimejinunulia mse, that's my sweats information, so that you get to understand this next part of the story better. I had planned to upgrade my phone. By the way, this information wasn't available to Victor at the time. I had planned to upgrade my phone in January because this one was not doing so well when it comes to what I do. Times you'll record for long, you find it overheating, you want to do a YouTube video, it's bringing you problems, you have to buy storage on storage on storage. So I needed something with a much more sleek camera, okay? Saving up for it, still am. Started telling me, I have a friend who sells phones. He showed Mark this moment. He showed me the video of him and that friend in Coast. With a shop on Instagram, made me confirm that it's the same person. So I'm like, oh, yeah. And he proceeds to call this guy on WhatsApp. With a guy, they talk with a guy, and then he says, oh, my girlfriend here wants a new phone. The guy asks which phone, and then Victor passes the phone to me. Say, I want an iPhone 16, 256 GB. I mean, which girl wouldn't want a new phone? Like, who wouldn't even want a new phone? Let's be honest. This guy, let's call him Seller. Okay? Seller tells me, let me send you the options that I have. And he proceeds to send me the options that he has. I choose. After a while, they talk. He asks how much. He's told 170K. Akasema, sawa, tulete hapa wapi? JW Marriott. And this guy is telling the waiter, rudisha hii supu imepoa. He was drinking soup because he had a hangover from the previous day. Ilete ingine, mara niekea kitchen, mara serve my good. Oh, by the way, one of the guys who does his laundry alikuja hapo, so akamwambia letea huyu chakula, and he passed the food. So a while Seller tells us that it's too late now, I can't find a rider, so yeah, tell him, Basi, let me go home. When you get the phones, you'll get it delivered to me. That's okay? Okay. After a while, he starts telling me, I know, take me to where we were yesterday. Take me to Al-Fakar. It's on a Monday and there's reggae happening there. So, Sunday, needs to say, Seller has said he'll even send the phone there. So, you come. And then after a while, he calls Seller and tells Seller, so you come, we shuka hivyo tuende Thika Road hivi, sherehe polite. Seller says, no, I actually have a hangover from the previous day. So, me, I'm okay, plus I'm working. Told him, okay, I'll take you, but I'm going back home at 10 p.m. Used the elevator to get to the parking, and when we got there was a driver waiting for us. The driver opened the door, got in the car, we got in, and he started driving. Apparently, this driver did not know the directions. Naendo alikuwa amemleta hapo. So 1 + 1 is 11 to Al-Fakar, and everyone there was coming to greet him. Na kuja kumsalimia, kila mtu alikuwa anapewa bob. Si mpishi, si sijui manager or something, I don't know. Shisha guys wanapewa bob. So I was like, hey, this guy loves tipping guys, ama? For receipts of the previous night, the way he came, partied, used 37,000, and he was really emphasizing that part, but I wasn't interested in that. So anakuja thou, sijui ni manager ama anajitanga manager, akikuja thou, mpishi thou shall tell me what's going on. So I ordered for wine because gin and whiskey did not take me well at all, and he ordered for the single tone, I don't know, 15 years. The puff guy, I ordered for puff. So I'm having a chill night. Kidogo, this guy starts telling me, you know how much I love you. And when he tells me I love you, I tell him it's okay. Actually, unambia mtu I love you, anakuambia it's okay. That's what we were doing. No physical contact. If it was physical contact, nilia anakaribia kuambia kitu kwa masikio. That's it. There, I kept on asking him, where's the rider? Amefika wapi? Anakuja. And then he tells me, you know what? Please just give me a minute. I'll go outside and call Seller and ask him what's going on. Nyuma kidogo tu when we were at JW Marriott, he was telling me about how in his career he has caught guys who do carding, he has caught guys who do all types of scamming and stuff, okay? How he has such a tricky career and stuff like that, of how women who are in 5-star restaurant receptionists always have the biggest cars because they associate in carding, allegedly, his words. Saying that happens, I'm just saying what I was told. Also telling me how he's providing for 5 women, how he has 2 baby mamas, and the rest he just, finances their lifestyle, of how much he can afford me, asking me how much I use in a month or how much I earn in a month, telling me he can give me that money. What guy is Luo, by the way? So in my head, I'm like, you know what people say about Luo men? I'm like, hey, maybe it's my experience. I mean, it's my time to experience. I looked like I was doubting him. He was telling me, you think I can't afford you? You think I'm broke? You think I'm broke? And then hana hiyo heavy voice. His voice is really soft and he's saying it in a really, really polite way. Parting kidogo akikana niuliza, are you okay? I tell him yes. Are you okay? I tell him yes. At some point, I felt like going to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, did my stuff. Sometime I needed to use the washroom. I went to the washroom, came back. And when I came back, I told the waiter to give me another glass of wine. Like, it's common sense. If you're in a lounge, a bar, a club, if you leave your drink open, you're not supposed to drink it again. Discard it. Ask for another glass. Pour your drink when it's closed. If you're with someone who you trust, then I don't know. But I always ask for a new glass. He saw me using that aliniuliza, kwani you don't trust me? And then he took the wine glass that I was drinking with and he drank it. 10 p.m. ilikuwa inakaribia, so I was telling him if the phone is not here, you either deliver it to my place or I'll come pick it another day, so it's okay. Like, why are you going home this early? Come on. Telling him, no, I'm sorry, but I have to go home now, especially because I live far from the place we're in right now. I have to leave now before Uber ianze kuleta shida. Me, no, you can come stay at my place, my son is there, my nanny is there, so you don't need to worry. So me I was like, still not convinced. He continued convincing me. I'm like, okay, if you dare do anything to me or if you dare touch me, it won't be good, it will be messy, so don't. He's like, okay, I promise I won't touch you, hata kidogo hivi sitakushika. Cool. And then my goal that night was to stay sober, obviously, because I'm with a stranger. I had to. The conversations we're having in the night is, what does it take to have you? Leave these other women that I am with or that I provide for. I promise it will only be you. Mara, I love you. I was just telling him, okay, you prove it, because men trust actions more than words. So anytime he wanted to go out, he'd ask me for permission. Anytime he wanted to pick a call, he'd ask me for permission. I'm like, you can go. You really don't have to do that. You can go. There was this other girl who was seated at the table next to us. Na alimuita akaniambia, oh, don't worry, this girl, she's the one who used to sell me shoes and something. We are friends. And I'm like, okay, you can go ahead and talk to her. I don't have a problem. They were talking. I took my purse and went back to the washroom because I had no one to talk to and I was getting bored. Simu yangu ilikuwa inaenda kuzima, although I had a power bank from the lounge. So I went to the washroom and then I came back. Venye nilikuwa naenda kuingia hivi kwa mlango hivi tu ni step into the lounge, I found him there with a bouncer, looking worried, like, where am I? So I'm looking at him like, now I am protected. Went back, continued with our night, and this time I did not order another glass. I don't know why it never clicked order another glass. I just sat down and I continued with that one that I was with. Nikaanza kuwa na headache, akatuma bouncer headaches, akamrudishia change, nikapewa headaches, bouncer akaniekea maji, and then I was okay with time. Sometime nikaanza kusikia ni kama hapana zimeanza kushika, and you know your levels, you know your limits. So me usually know my limits. Na hiyo night that wasn't my limit. Stopped completely. I stopped with the puff, I stopped with the wine, I stopped kabisa, nikakaa tu chill. I'm looking at people, and then I used to go to the bathroom and crash out like I wanna go home. Left the launch at about 4 a.m. We entered the car that we had come with because the driver alikuwa amekaa na sisi for the whole night. And we went. Chini nilikuwa sawa, nikisimama nilikuwa nasikia kizunguzungu. Okay, so at the car I was okay. When we got to the location, when I got up I was just like, no, my head was unasikia kichwa inazunguka mse. So I remember very well that night I was asking myself, why did my limits have changed? Like, what's going on? Ngia elevator, tukapanda. So me at that time I'm thinking, oh, this is where he lives. Kufungua mlango, I see that it's a B&B, like a bed sitter. I tell him this is a B&B. At that time my head was still spinning. I passed down, I removed my phone, and I was wearing a really long dress. So nikaikunja between the legs because if someone tries to move it, nitaisikia. No cuddling, no touching, nothing. Kila mtu alikaa side yake, okay? Also he was kinda tipsy. I don't remember very well. An hour later, someone comes knocking at the door. Like, what kind of embarrassment? I would never put myself through such. I'm saying niko rada. And then he tells me, you remember that 6K that I sent you? He sent me 6,000 when we were at the club. Actually, first he gave me cash, and then he sent me the money. And then when we're here now, he told me to send that guy that money, 4,000, just 4,000. The BNB cost 4,000. And then, wait, the excuse he gave me is that his embanking was down, so he couldn't do it at the time. So mimi niliamka, nimekaa mahali kwa kona ya bed. I am just scrolling on my phone, scrolling. Mind you, simu ilikuwa inaenda kuzima. Kidogo this driver comes knocking. At this time this guy bado alikuwa amelala. This driver comes knocking. Bro, nilipe pesa yangu, msijali unafanya kazi wapi? Nilipe pesa yangu. I'm like, songoja basi asubuhi at least. Like, hapana, nilipe pesa yangu bro, nimekaa nayo siku mzima. Akaulizwa, how much is the money? He said 15,000. Mark this.
Akaulizia, mama, unapika mboga gani? Mama akasema, leo nimeunda misheveve. Kijana akasema sikutaka hisi, nilitaka salad.
Driver is making noise saying ataita polisi. Me say I'm like, polisi? No. The guy is telling this driver, calm down. This driver is saying, nitachukua simu zenyu. Mark this moment. He went and took Victor's phone, and then he took my phone. And then Victor akaanza kumkimbiza, anamwambia hapana, bring back. So Victor is chasing this guy, telling him, bring back my girlfriend's phone. Bro, ungechukua simu yangu singekuwa na shida, lakini unachukua ya demu yangu hapana. In the first place, I never even said yes. Okay, it's fine. Mark this moment, okay? Shikana mikono hapo, wanakaa nikawa na dance zile dance za, those dances where you open your arms wide and then you're dancing to someone like this, you're dancing to someone like this. That dance. May just went and picked my phone, and from that I was just like, I wanna go. I wanna go. And they always say, when your body starts communicating and telling you there's something wrong, time starts ticking from there. You better leave, because the devil is coming closer and closer and closer. walked back into the house and I was seated on the bed and Victor asked me, do you have 15,000 Kenya shillings you sent to him? I tell him, no. I know you want to slap me. I know. I tell him, no, I have 10,000 in my account. Okay, send it to him. I'll refund it to you when my M-banking works. I tell him, okay. Pewa namba, nikamtumia. Huyo mtu amesema pana, mimi nilisema 15,000. Nilisema 15. Ongezeni hiyo 5. Sasa hiyo he's on the call. Sijui nani anamwambia. I don't know. I doubt whether that was a cop. Anamwambia mara niko kwa jam, mara kuna kesi nyingine huku na sort. So I was like, wow. Akakaa hapo kwa mlango after amemaliza kuteta. Akaenda. Still waiting for this phone. I'm still waiting for this phone. Nothing. Mimi nimekaa hapo kwa kitanda. I'm watching podcasts. And then at that time, usingizi ilikuwa inanigonga, but I just couldn't sleep. Yangu ikazima. So I keep on telling him, you call this rider. And then at about 10 a.m., this rider arrives. Victor goes down to pick the iPhone 16 Pro Max. He stays for about 10 minutes. Akirudi ananiambia, this rider alikuja na iPhone 14. Na sulisema unataka iPhone 16 ama aje, babe? You said you want an iPhone 16. I'm like, yes, I said I want an iPhone 16. He's like, okay, then we'll have to wait for him to come back. Mark this moment. Jasimu. Nimengoja. 4 p.m. ikafika and now me wanted to leave and then he said, oh, okay, I also want to leave you. You call the cab. By the way, he went down to buy a charger and then he came back up. A cab and then he tells me, ata nilikuwa nataka kushuka huko Mlolongo, so we'll drop you first and then we go to Mlolongo. I told him, no. We are dropping you at KFC. You order your cab and then you go where you wanted to go. And that's what happened. I got home. I'm telling you guys, I was knocked out. Unajua ile usingizi nilikuwa nimeshikilia. Boo. The previous day, ninalala, I forgot to give is before we parted ways with Victor, he gave me the rider's number. Rider. The question that I forgot to give is anytime he was on a call, it was something to do with cop conversations, not exactly a cop. I don't know which department. Baya. Mara acha tuende permit. Oh, mara acha tufanye. Oh, so I'm like, what? Kuna kesi ya iko Kilimani, mara hii kesi iko huko, mara sijui nitumie pesa kuna watu wanafaa kuenda, mara huyo mzee amefika. I don't know what they were talking about. All of that week kulikuwa na usingizi ilikuwa inanigonga. Hiyo Tuesday ni kama nilishikiliwa hivi nikaambiwa nisilale. Mind you that BNB went to ilikuwa 14th floor. Okay? It was on the 14th floor. That week I was extremely sleepy. I'm someone who can sleep at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 7 a.m. But hiyo wiki nilikuwa nalala 9 p.m., 10 p.m. and I'm waking up the next day at like 2. I'm waking up the next day at 1. So it's crazy for me. And then the thing is, I wasn't able to have like difficult conversations or conversations that needed you to like insert your brain. Okay, this number that Victor gave me, I used to call Haishikwi. I call Haishikwi. I tell Victor, why is your rider not picking the phone? I will call him and ask him where the phone is because the next day I wanted to step out and leave. Okay, he's telling me, okay, let me call him. After I'm call, nikijaribu kumcall, anashika simu. Aniambia, madam, niko Utawala, delivery ya mwisho nafanya iko Syokimau nini. Tumeendelea for the next day. Oh, your day sijapata simu. The next day I text him like, what's happening? Are you still bringing the phone because I want to step out? He's telling me nimeambiwa niko kwa shop na nimeambiwa kuna payment haijakuwa cleared. Okay, here's the screenshot. Okay, he's telling me to add 5,000. Mnakumbuka ile pesa nilikuwa naambiwa ni add kwa mbele ilikuwa how much? It was 10,000. 10 plus 5, 15,000. Ndio nimalize hiyo deni nilikuwa nayo yao. Point I just felt tired following up on that phone. Nikasema acha ikae na I was to buy myself one in January. I can wait. So Victor calls me one day and tells me the phone has been taken to his house. He'll deliver it to me. The next day ananiambia I just lost my mother. That is a lie. So it's crazy work. Yote, as I said, I was really sleepy na ilikuwa sleep yenye hauwezi avoid. Na inaku knock out pa. And the type of hangover sleep, no. Ikafika and I say, apana. I texted the phone store on Instagram and I asked, kwani this phone that so and so ordered for, what has happened to it? Hey, umsani ambia, let me call you and give you tea. I'm like, what do you mean tea? Tea what? Titties? What? On a call and he tells me that guy is a scammer. You got scammed. If you gave him money, forget about it. Tulipatana wapi? I don't know that he said jail or so. Let's just say jail, but I'm not sure whether it was jail, but walipatana wakiwa ndani, okay? Me, I had a case for this and this, not that serious, but he had a problem of obtaining na kujifanya yeye ni police officer. I'm like, what? Yeah, you're not the first girl that he has done this to. Kuna wengine wamepigia store. I'm even tired. He told me that day on Tuesday when the phone was supposed to be delivered, he actually sent a rider to their apartments. That rider aliambiwa na soldier, usipande huko juu utaibiwa simu kwa hizo BNB. Remember, these two guys were doing what? Were fighting na my phones, fake fighting with phones when I took my phone. Remember that part of the story? That is what the driver was being warned about. So ilibidi nani Victor ashuke chini and apatane na huyo driver. Huyo driver akaanza kumwambia sijui mshwari yangu. I mean Victor was telling now the driver, mshwari yangu ifanyi kazi. Those excuses are banking, mara M-Pesa is down, when he pesi mood tutaongea baadaye. This seller guy is my friend. The driver said no. He went back with the phone. Seller got mad. He cancelled the transaction. Here's evidence. Him nasi alinionyesha video mkijibamba coast. He's like, uko coast that guy dragged us. It's like he wanted to kill us. Putting something in our drinks tunazima kuzima and then he takes our phones, unlocks it and then anachukua namba za watu anaanza kuwa text. An example. Apparently, Stella used to shelter Victor, and as Stella said, Victor used to move from B&Bs to B&Bs without even paying, so akamshelter, akamleta kwake. Stella has 2 kids. Victor used to bring girls to his apartment when the kids are asleep, anaenda anakopa CDs kwa chemist, mpaka mse wa CDs anaanza kuleta shida CDs zake zilipwe. He got the numbers from the phone. He used to take them, text them, tell them nini, you know, I'm a boss, something in security. I got that information. I'm asking him, are you a con artist? He doesn't want to answer. He told me what he does very courageously, but when I was calling him yesterday, he was like, what do you want to know? Why do you want to know? What?
Will it be of what?
I said, will it be of help to you even if I tell you what I do?
Yes, it will.
How? Tell me how.
It will help me clear the thoughts that I have.
Then?
That's all.
Then after that?
I'm saying that's all.
Nothing beyond that again?
What did you want beyond that?
Because I'm surprised to you.
Why do you want to know? He has conned people 300k, 200k away. My 10,000, I am counting that everything I did for that night, during that night, amounted to that amount. So I'm counting it not as a loss. And then the question that I'm asking myself in my head is, what if I did not have that 10,000? What would have happened? 2 men in that room, nilikuwa 14th floor. So you get, when you sit down and you really think of this situation, it's more of, I thank God I had that money at that time. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Those are just but my thoughts. Even asked Stella, did Victor's mother die? He tells me, mama yake si amemuua mara mingi, it's only his brother who passed away. Tell people usiharakishe process yako, and I'll still tell people usiharakishe process yako. Trust yourself enough to believe in yourself. That day I felt extremely disappointed in myself, and I have even said by January hivi, kabla hadi January ishe, I have to have that phone to teach myself a lesson that I can give myself that. So why did I put myself in such a situation? Ilikuwa tu ile harakati ya kwani nimefanikiwa, kwani, but no girl, no. One time I decided to step out of the box, this happens.